Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate being with you all this afternoon. I am the programs director at the Danny Did Foundation. The Danny Did Foundation was founded in Chicago by Mike and Marianne Stanton after they lost their 4-year-old son Danny to SUDEP, or sudden unexpected death in epilepsy. The name of our organization comes from the last line of Danny's obituary that was written by his dad that said, "Please go and enjoy your life. Danny did." And that's the goal of our foundation, to do all that we can to support families facing epilepsy so they can enjoy life. We engage with neurologists, other healthcare providers, other families, and advocates in the general public to all join us in our goal to protect people of all ages with epilepsy. At Danny Did, we have two main points of focus. First is to increase public awareness about epilepsy and the risks that accompany it, in particular SUDEP. And our second area of focus is to increase awareness of and access to devices and technology that alert to seizures. And that's where we're going to focus today. Technology within the epilepsy space is fast growing. It's a fast growing field. We consider devices and technology as a complement to medication, surgery, and diet, all as a part of a patient's treatment plan. We view devices as another tool in a caregiver's toolkit. A device doesn't ever replace a parent's instincts or their vigilance, but a monitoring and alerting system can be one piece of the puzzle, lending backup that you will be notified if a seizure takes place. We all understand and are aware that monitoring seizure activity within a hospital is important. We typically would never leave a patient unwatched in that setting. But when a patient leaves and they go home from the hospital, then what? Monitoring is just as important at home. We feel very strongly about the simple concept of early intervention. If you're present, you can take action. Again, you have a chance to keep your loved one safe and instigate your seizure action plan. A device alert can lead to administering rescue medications, preventing injuries, or just, again, being present. No one should be alone during a seizure. Monitoring and alerting devices have several benefits to both a person living with epilepsy and also their caregivers. They can improve seizure tracking. As we all know, a person living with epilepsy may not recall all of their seizure details. Also, during a caregiver's busy day, stopping to document all the details is not always possible. This can lead to inaccurate or incomplete information being relayed to the healthcare provider, which can impact a person's treatment plan and care. Reduction in anxiety and peace of mind, reassuring families and caregivers that with greater peace of mind, especially when they can't constantly be supervising. Seizure detection devices can improve sleep by reducing fear and uncertainty at night, knowing that a device will detect a seizure and alert someone, providing reassurance, allowing everyone to sleep with fewer interruptions. Also, the person with epilepsy can feel safer sleeping alone or on their own in a separate room in another home. This increases sense of security, can lead to less stress, fewer awakenings, better overall sleep quality. Seizure detection devices can support independence. People with epilepsy can carry out daily activities with more confidence, knowing help can be alerted if they were to need it. And detection devices in safety by providing early alerts when they detect seizure-related movements, heart rate changes, and notifying a caregiver immediately. A quick alert means you can launch your seizure action plan and lower the risk of injury or complications. We definitely encourage you to partner with your healthcare provider to explore how a seizure detection device can enhance safety and quality of life for a person living with epilepsy. If your doctor doesn't bring it up, we empower you to instigate that conversation. Within epilepsy technology and that space, there's a range of device types. As you know, there are surgically implanted devices such as the VNS and the RNS technology that you can discuss with your doctor to learn if you or a loved one might be a candidate. Some neurostimulators can also be included in a seizure action plan. If a person senses a seizure is imminent, or if a parent observes the warning signs, they can place that magnet over the stimulator that can stop or shorten the seizure. However, today we're really going to focus on non invasive seizure alerting devices. So, for people facing seizures, nighttime can be a scary time, and an alerting device can provide another layer of support that families need. There are devices that can help alert to seizure movements during sleep that don't require the user to wear anything. Some actually will record a seizure, and then those recordings can be shared with a person's doctor and treatment team. The unfit movement monitor is an option for nocturnal monitoring. It's a monitoring system for quickly detecting and alerting to abnormal, repetitive, convulsive movement. This system is easy to install. It has no body contact attached to the individual that would potentially interfere with peaceful sleep. The MFIT movement monitor consists of two main components that you're actually seeing there on the screen: that flexible, ultra thin under mattress bed sensor, and then the bedside monitor with embedded software. The second device up here on the screen is the SAMI monitor. It's a motion detector. It detects a wide range of movements, even more subtle movements. The camera is connected to an iPad that a caregiver would have with them wherever they are in the home. It's a live look into their loved one to check on them, or there's audio to listen in as well. When the camera detects movement, an audible alarm will sound through the iPad that the caregiver has, and then the caregiver can get to them, check on them, and of course, intervene should they need them to. Once the SAMI monitor is triggered by movement, it will begin recording a video that can be then reviewed and downloaded to share with their doctor if the family chooses. For individuals that have seizures at any time of day or night, a wearable option might be best. There are wristband sensors as well as mobile apps that are compatible with Apple and Android watches. These devices allow an individual to maintain some independence, such as go to work, go to school, go out to play with their friends, with some comfort knowing that this device will alert a caregiver in the instance of a seizure. The Epi monitor features a wearable watch and smartphone application for detecting possible generalized tonic-clonic seizures. The Epi monitor subscription package includes seizure alerts, a seizure diary, alert locations. This product is FDA cleared for adults and children ages 6 and up, and does require a prescription from a doctor. The other app is the Inspire app, which detects repetitive shaking motion, an elevated or decreased heart rate, as well as geolocation. It signals the user's device to send a text and a phone call alert to whomever they've designated as their caregiver, such as multiple family members or care providers. Within seconds, contacts will receive an alert, which includes the date, time, location, and duration of the event. Inspire users can also summon help with the push of a button. So it does have like an emergency or need help button. Alerts can be sent to any phone, anywhere, and then detailed reports with each event can be securely accessed for later for review during a doctor appointment, or you can update your patient portal with your doctor, however you communicate, but that information is able to be shared. And this app is compatible with both Apple and Android products. EpiWatch is an app running on the Apple Watch that detects and alerts and monitors for tonic-clonic seizures. Seizure alerts are sent to the caregiver, the contacts that are set up within the user's app, and is delivered via phone, text, or email. Phone call, text, or email. Seizure alerts include the time, last known location for the individual experiencing seizure activity. This product is FDA cleared and clinically validated for adults and children ages 5 and up. It is FSA eligible. EpiWatch requires a prescription from a healthcare provider. If needed, prescriptions can be obtained through EpiWatch's virtual care partner, which is NeuroHealth. And they have that linked on their website. Lastly, on this slide, Boundary Care is an assistive technology platform centered around a smartwatch. Specifically, they're leveraging Apple Watch's capabilities. So Boundary Care offers health monitoring, heart rate monitoring, sporadic O2 saturation monitoring, and heart rhythm, as well as seizure symptom detection, fall detection, and GPS tracking system designated for elopement and wandering prevention. You can actually set a boundary, which is where it gets its name. This is one that is newer to us, and we do have kind of limited feedback on this one, but it is an option when you are looking for wearable devices. All of these devices do require the user to have their own smartphone, and do suggest that that person's phone is within at least 20 to 25 feet of the user. So just taking a quick look at the pipeline, kind of what's coming next. LAMC is a contact-free epilepsy monitoring device integrated into a standard lamp, which is pretty cool, that uses advanced video and motion analysis technology to detect characteristic movement patterns associated with seizures, particularly tonic-clonic. It does not require any sort of wearable. It sits in the room and continuously is analyzing motion with algorithms validated in clinical settings. When unusual movements are detected, LAMC can automatically send real-time alerts and automated phone calls to designated contacts, and allows users to save and then review short video snippets of the event to again, support their care decisions, share with the doctor or care team. The device processes motion data in a private way. It converts the images to motion metrics rather than storing identifiable videos, and is designed to run from a standard power outlet. It does not need battery, so it just plugs in. LAMC plans to be available in the US in mid-2027. I would definitely encourage you to visit their website. You can sign up for a wait list and kind of keep track of their progress. Another one that's in the pipeline is Nightwatch. It's designed to notify you about seizures during sleep, again, specifically tonic-clonic seizures. It effectively notifies a caregiver. It can detect tonic-clonic seizures, tonic seizure clusters, or prolonged seizures, hyperkinetic seizures, and myoclonic clusters as well. Nightwatch includes a wireless sensor that continuously monitors to detect seizures using heart rate and movement while the wearer sleeps. Nightwatch is intended to be used at home or in a residential care facility by people diagnosed with epilepsy ages 4 years and older. Nightwatch is actually expected to be available in the US in the next few months. Again, I would certainly encourage you to visit their website. You can be added to their wait list. This device will require a prescription from a doctor. Oh, I think I skipped ahead a little bit far. Sorry about that, but we're going to take a quick look as I bounce back at seizure detection and prediction device in the pipeline. This is Theta Neurotech system. It consists of a wearable EEG, what you see there on the screen. It's a patch. The patch and companion mobile app, the patch is adhered behind one or both earlobes and is designed to collect EEG signals over extended periods. The battery for the patch lasts about 2 to 3 days for continuous monitoring on a single charge. The EEG signals are streamed to the paired app where machine learning algorithms analyze the data to generate a real-time likelihood or risk score of an impending seizure. The system is intended to detect changes in brain activity that precede a seizure, with reported predictions up to approximately 30 to 60 minutes before onset. The app displays the risk score, sends customizable alerts to the user and caregiver, and can produce exportable seizure frequency reports for healthcare providers. Theta Neurotech's device is currently in development, and are currently working on FDA clearance and more clinical trials. Again, their website is available to you to kind of follow along with their work, join their mailing list. This will also need a prescription from a doctor. We encourage caregivers and patients to do their own research into seizure detection devices, as well as consult their doctor to determine what may work best for them. As we just chatted through, there's a lot out there. And as we all well know, everybody's seizure types and needs are different. Our site provides device descriptions. We link out to device web pages, as well as informational webinars provided by each manufacturer. So caregivers can find resources at the Danny Did website devices page that will help with selecting a system, questions that you can ask the manufacturer as well as your doctor. Many families find this extremely helpful when trying to navigate selecting a device, as well as conversations with their healthcare team about devices and about SUDA. Many of our conversations end there with education, with information. However, most seizure detection devices are not covered by insurance and they can be expensive. And then this is where we can be another resource to families. So if finances were a barrier for a family, they can apply for a grant from Danny Did to make their purchase. So families all over the US and the world can reach out and apply for grant funding. If you are approved for a device grant through Danny Did, we will provide the funds directly to you for you to purchase the device that fits for you and for your family. I just want to take a quick moment to share the feedback we received from a grantee family. The story really drives home how a detection device can make a big difference and just be an important piece of a person's seizure action plan. This can set the plan in motion and potentially save a life. So we're always grateful to hear back from families that are have some peace of mind with their device, and it's also helping them and their care team provide the best care possible. We'd like to serve as a place of support, information, as well as a place to help families in financial need. You are more than welcome to reach out to me directly to ask questions about devices or about our programs. Our website is dannydid.org, and there we also provide information and brochures, again, you can utilize during the conversations that you're having with your doctor about monitoring seizures and also the risks that can accompany them. I just want to thank you guys so much again for having me here today. It's a privilege to talk with you all this afternoon. And remember, please go and enjoy your life. Danny Did. All my information is here on the screen. Again, feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to answer any questions if you have them.
Thank you so much, Katie. That was so good. Such great and important information. I did have a couple questions in the chat that I wanted to bring up. The first was, is the Epi monitor childproof?
That's a great question. So it's FDA cleared for 6 and older. Some things to consider when thinking about any wearable for kiddos is that they do have to have a cell phone. The cell phone has to stay with them. And so, you know, it can be a lot of responsibility to have the watch and the phone. As far as childproof, it's water resistant, so they can wash their hands and be running and jumping and playing. Just want to point out, though, that one of the things to think about is how active your kiddo is and the potential for false alarms. Of course, your watch doesn't want to miss anything, but jumping on a trampoline or running really fast could potentially mimic the movement of a convulsive seizure. And so there is the potential for false alarms. Of course, none of these devices are perfect. So it's just something to consider when you're considering a wearable for a younger kiddo. Certainly, families use them and they work, but you do have to think about how, what they're doing throughout their day. Can they be responsible for this watch and a phone? So those are considerations when taking a look at any wearable. Um, I can't speak too much to the durability of it,
Sure.
but it's they have two options. There's like a rubbery band and then a stretchy band. But like any watch, you do have to kind of be a little bit protective of the screen.
Okay. And
Hopefully
then
that's
to
helpful.
expand on that, she was wondering if it could be a tablet instead of a phone. Can it be connected to like an iPad?
As long as the iPad has Bluetooth, can make phone calls and send text messages. So you do have to put cellular service on any
Okay.
sort of tablet. But if it's something that a child is going back and forth to school or daycare, and they do have a tablet in their backpack, you would have to just explore with your cellular provider getting service on that device and making sure that device is within 20 feet of them.